Ever try picturing the quantum world? It's like trying to nail jelly to a wall. Tricky, right? Turns out, even the math gets messy. But today, we're diving into a paper that's making those calculations way sharper. Think high def instead of blurry Polaroids. We're talking about how to improve the semi-continuity bounds in the LaFis 113, 121, 2023. And don't worry, we've got an expert to guide us through the dense stuff. So before we get lost in the quantum weeds, can you give us a lay of the land? What's this paper all about?
In simple terms, imagine you have these mathematical boundaries that help predict how quantum particles behave. This paper gives us new tools to make those boundaries much tighter, leading to more accurate predictions. It's like going from a rough estimate to a precise measurement.
Aha, so it's about boosting our quantum forecasting abilities. The paper keeps mentioning locally almost affine functions, LLA functions. I'm curious, what are those and why are they important in all of this?
Good catch. LAA functions are a special type of mathematical function. It turns out they're incredibly useful in quantum physics. They help us deal with the fact that, well, in the quantum world, things are often a bit fuzzy and uncertain. Think of LAA functions as mathematical tools. They're like tools to sharpen our blurry quantum lens, allowing us to make more precise calculations, even when dealing with uncertainty.
Okay, so it's like these LLA functions give us a clearer picture of what's happening at the subatomic level, even if it's all a bit hazy by nature. But this paper builds on previous research, right? What's the big aha moment this time around? What are they adding to the conversation?
You're right. This isn't the first time LAA functions have come up. What's exciting about this paper is that it introduces a novel way to apply these functions. It leads to significantly improved semi-continuity bounds.
I have to admit, semi-continuity bounds sounds a bit intimidating. Can you break that down for us? What are those? And why should we care about them being improved?
You're not wrong. It's a mouthful. In essence, these bounds tell us how much our predictions about a quantum system can change if the system itself changes slightly.
Yeah.
The semi-continuity part gets into some technical mathematical details, but what matters is that by improving these bounds or making them tighter, we reduce the potential for error in our predictions.
I see. So tighter bounds mean our quantum predictions are more reliable, even if the system we're looking at is a bit wobbly. That's huge. But how does this actually play out in practice? Can you give us a real-world example of why this matters?
Absolutely. Let's take the example of quantum entanglement. It's this bizarre phenomenon where two particles are linked, no matter how far apart they are. Imagine you measure one particle and find it spinning in a certain direction. The other particle instantly knows to spin the opposite way, even if it's across the universe.
Okay, I think I've heard about this. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, right? It does sound kind of spooky when you put it like that, but this is where things get really mind-boggling.
All right.
This entanglement idea is actually being used to develop things like ultra-secure communication systems, isn't it?
Exactly. The fact that entangled particles are so deeply connected, it means you can use them to create secret keys for encryption. It's like having a message that only the person with the other entangled particle can decode.
Okay.
But to make this work, you need incredibly precise control and understanding of those entangled states.
And that's where these improved calculations come in. We need those tighter bounds to ensure those entangled states are predictable enough to be useful.
Precisely. The more accurately we can define the behavior of those entangled particles, the more secure and reliable we can make those quantum communication channels. This paper's contribution, true Poisson, the Konde-Anpaya continuities, it has a direct impact on our ability to actually build these systems.
So we're talking about taking a theoretical concept from quantum physics and turning it into a practical technology. That's incredible. Are there other applications where these improved LLA functions are making a big difference?
Absolutely. Another area where these advancements are crucial is in the development of quantum computers.
Okay, quantum computers. Now, those are supposed to be revolutionary. What's the connection between them and this paper's findings?
Well, quantum computers, they harness the unique properties of quantum mechanics, like entanglement, to carry out calculations in a completely different way than traditional computers. They have the potential to be exponentially faster for certain types of problems, like simulating complex molecules.
Yeah.
Or breaking encryption codes.
So these quantum computers could revolutionize fields like medicine, material science, even cybersecurity.
Exactly. But there's a catch. Quantum computers are incredibly sensitive to any kind of disturbance. Even the tiniest errors can throw off the entire computation. This sensitivity, it's one of the biggest hurdles in building practical large-scale quantum computers.
So how do we overcome this obstacle? How do we make these quantum computers more reliable?
That's where our improved understanding of LA functions comes in. And those tighter semicontinuity bounds, think of it this way. By refining our mathematical understanding of these quantum systems,
Huh?
we can develop more effective error correction techniques. We can essentially design quantum computers that are more resilient. More
Right.
resilient to those inevitable disturbances.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like building a house in an earthquake zone. You need to reinforce the structure to withstand those tremors. In this case, those tighter mathematical bounds are like those reinforcements for our quantum computers. It's all about making them more robust and reliable, right? It sounds like this research is paving the way for some truly groundbreaking advancements in quantum computing. But every exciting discovery usually brings up more questions. What are the frontiers? What are researchers in this field grappling with now?
You hit the nail on the head. This paper doesn't just give us answers. It illuminates new paths forward. For instance, right now, applying these improved calculations to large, complex quantum systems, think thousands or millions of particles, well, it is incredibly difficult. It's like the difference between planning a road trip and mapping every route in a giant metropolis.
So scalability is a major hurdle. We have the tools to make precise predictions, but we need even better methods to handle the sheer complexity of real-world quantum systems.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of the current research is focused, figuring out how to scale up these mathematical techniques. Without getting bogged down in a computational nightmare, imagine if we could accurately model the behavior of a complex protein molecule. It could revolutionize drug development.
Now that you mention it, I'm already thinking about all the potential applications. We could see breakthroughs in everything from medicine and material science to artificial intelligence. It's incredible to think we're just scratching the surface of what quantum physics can offer.
And that's what makes this field so captivating. It's like exploring a vast, uncharted territory with the potential to reshape our understanding of the universe and our place within it. This
Entire deep dive has been a mind-bending journey. We've gone from these almost unpronounceable mathematical functions to the brink of revolutionizing entire fields. If you're anything like me, your brain is probably buzzing with new insights. What stands out most to you from this exploration of LLA functions and the advancements highlighted in the paper? Head to our website and share your thoughts. We're always up for a good quantum chat. Until next time, keep those minds curious. And remember, sometimes the most profound discoveries come from the tiniest of particles.